You are listening to Triple J with the Doctor right now, and I promise you, I am not talking about what I'm talking about next just so I can get this really awful joke in. But if your plans for this weekend are a little up in the air and you are somewhere near Collingwood, Victoria, then you might want to know what's going on. Hey, Christian, how you going?
I'm very good, thanks. Doctor, how you going?
Oh, I'm very well. So tell me about the Melbourne Juggling Convention.
Yeah, the Melbourne Juggling Convention. It's the fourth year this year. We kicked it off this morning. There's over 100, maybe 150 people here right now.
All juggling?
They're juggling, hula hooping, diabloing, devil sticking, you name it. If it's circus and you can do it with your hands, they're doing it in the gyms right now. There's workshops happening and it's going off right now. Yeah, it's great.
So not only are people juggling for an audience, but people are learning to better their juggling.
Yeah, it's a free-for-all. So what I'm trying to do with the event is basically make the community make it happen. So we've got workshop boards that are empty and they're filling up as we go. Last year we had over 70 hours of workshops run by people who come. They pay for their ticket and then they run whichever workshops they wish. And it can be anything. We have fix cracking, we have staff twirling, we have, yeah, you name it, pretty much.
So staff twirling and whip cracking come under the large umbrella of juggling. What were you were talking about diabloing and that sort of stuff? What's that?
Diablo, yeah, it's an ancient art. Diablo, one of the understandings of the word Diablo is it's a Latin word for throwing and catching, and it's basically, if you think of an egg timer on its side, it spins on a piece of string that you manipulate with some sticks. You throw the Diablo up, catching it and doing lots of tricks. That's one of the areas. You see them very often in circuses. Cirque du Soleil certainly have a lot of Diablo in their shows as well.
And tell us about object manipulation.
Yeah, so object manipulation is kind of a new area that's started to come through, and what we're doing at the convention is we're actually running a lab. It's called the Object Manipulation Research Lab, which is being run by the Red Button Physical Theatre Company. They're going to build a geodesic dome on the oval here at the college, and they're going to be manipulating any sort of objects you can imagine. So usually we use props like clubs, balls, rings, diablos, all that sort of thing. But in object manipulation, we're opening up to anything. So we could do chairs, we could do umbrellas.
And by manipulating them, you're saying they're like juggling them, or they're rolling around their body, or they're...
It's basically, and that's the thing we're trying to do now, is really open it up. We're not just saying we're just doing club juggling. We're actually doing anything manipulating. So it's not even just juggling. It's really opened it up.
So
and we're very excited about this. Tomorrow it's going to start and seeing what they come up with.
Can you bring anything down to Collingwood College and tell these manipulators to manipulate it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's an interactive installation. It's going to be starting kind of at dusk, so there's lights and there's music and soundscape.
What if someone brings like a dog or a chicken or that rooster that was on the loose in Newcastle?
You'd be surprised what you can do with objects.
I think you are setting some kind of challenge, Christian, from the
maybe. Well, they're all set for the challenge because they're wearing lab coats as though they're in the lab. But you know, it's all in the name of fun at the same time. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We're looking forward to it.
Now I'm talking to Christian from the Melbourne Juggling Convention. It's happening at Collingwood College. It's started. It's happening all weekend. It sounds like the umbrella is quite wide. Where do you stand, though, on fire twirling?
Fire twirling. We are running the event at Collingwood College. It is a school and they have their own policy. Unfortunately, even though a lot of the carnies that come here and do circus, they would like to set stuff on fire, we're not allowed to due to the restrictions of the school. But what you'll find is a lot of the equipment here can be set on fire. It's just during this event it won't be happening. But yeah, we do get a lot of people interested in that side of things, and maybe later on we can add that in.
A beautifully diplomatic way.
You can learn the tricks now and then go home and set them on fire in your back garden. That's kind of, I guess, what people are doing.
Well, I'm not going to condone that at all, Christian.
No.
Hey, what was that? Was that some kind of juggling aeroplane got circling around behind you?
I think someone was just manipulating a biplane. Yeah.
That is awesome. So it's happening at Collingwood College. Is it all weekend?
It is all weekend. There's shows every night happening here. It closes on Monday. Just something for the listeners that they might be interested in. If they've got nothing better to do on Monday and they want to come and see some fun stuff, we've got the juggling games happening on the oval. The sun is going to be bright and shining, and we're going to basically be competing for some fun prizes. And things like the highest Diablo toss, the longest club passing partnership, many different games, unicycle combat, 3-club combat, many games. It will go for 2 hours from 11 till 1 at Collingwood College on the oval outside.
Christian, how far can you do a club toss?
passing with someone else. I think we've got to about 6 metres.
How long have you
That's both of you throwing to each other. So you're doing 2 club exchanges each time. It's very tricky, especially if it's windy and all that.
So do you reckon you might win some prizes on Monday, Christian?
Yeah, I'm a good high diaboler, actually. I'm a 5 club juggler. I've won 5 club last year here, and I like to try and think I can hold that title. Some of the kids are getting very good.
And how high can you throw the Diablo?
The Diablo, I'd say, is probably going 20 or 30 metres up in the air.
All right, so we're not going to be flying any kites on Monday around Collingwood.
Probably not, no.
Okay.
The Diablo. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christian. There you go. That is happening in Collingwood in Melbourne. You can go to mjc.juggling.net.au if you want to check out the Melbourne Juggling Convention, or just head down to Collingwood College. Thanks, man.
No worries. Thanks, Doctor. Take care.